Does vaping or smoking give you a different high than eating or ingestibles? Man, that is a real difficult question to answer because there are so many factors going into what causes a euphoric or psychotropic effect, whether it's delta 9, delta 8, delta 10, or 11 hydroxy delta 9 THC. It has to do with how used you are to the chemical, how often you take it, how much you take, when you take it, when you feel the effects, and so on and so forth. When you take delta 9 is actually very stimulating, as you already know. It causes the mind to become very active, even though you're stoned. So this is why artists and writers take it. It helps break up some of their writer's block or their creativity. But if they smoke too much, now the ideas come too quickly and they can't capitalize on them. But again, are there different effects? Because people say, oh, it's a more cerebral high. Oh, no, it's a more body high. And I love when people say that, but exactly what does that mean to the user? Now let's forget about sativa or indica. I've never read any white paper or heard any expert like Dr. Ethan Russo mention terpenes when it comes to ingestibles. Remember, terpenes are polyaromatic or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. They taste like shit. Gasoline is a hydrocarbon. So if you were able to eat enough terpenes to get some type of entourage, whether it's a sativa or indica effect, it would taste so bad, it would upset your stomach so much, you wouldn't be able to handle it. And that's why most gummies, not ours, taste like garbage because they want to keep them pure and they don't refine them very much. So they have this weedy, disgusting taste. And those are the terpenes that you're tasting. Now, with regards to delta 9, whether it's smoked or vaped, and whether it's eaten, you know that when you eat delta 9 or THC, 50% of it is converted to 11 hydroxy delta 9 as it passes through the liver. Delta 9 doesn't do that, but you get a tremendous surge in whatever you want to call it, psychotropic intoxication with 11 hydroxy delta 9 because it's 7 times stronger than delta 9 THC. That's what the experts say, not the average person who's used to it. So when you think about that, and it's got a better affinity for cannabinoid receptors than delta 9, yes, 11 hydroxy is going to give you a much more potent effect. Now, can you compare that to delta 9? Can you say, oh, no, when I smoke delta 9 or when I smoke weed or vape, it's much more cerebral. And when I eat, it's much more of a body high. Well, that's hard to say because you can eat just a little bit of an edible and get the same effects as vaping or smoking. If you vape or smoke too much, you can also have that panic paranoia, and then you can also get couch lock, again, possibly from terpenes, but also couch lock comes from you have an increase in dopamine, which makes you feel alert and excited and happy and fun, and then as your dopamine levels drop, as well as some other hormones and neuromodulators, as those return to normal or actually dip below their normal levels, then you get that relaxed feeling that makes you want to have couch lock or go to bed. So there's a lot of factors in determining whether delta 9 gives you a cerebral high or whether it's an edible that gives you a cerebral high, or whether the edible gives you, sort of more of a body high, relaxed high. I think you can get those effects from both drugs. You just have to think in terms of how much you take, when you take them, what the potency is, and again, what effects you're looking for, because that'll determine when you should take them. If you're looking to take THC and help you sleep and you have an edible, I tell people take it about 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, because that way the edible comes on gradually, slowly, and it doesn't hit you immediately like vaping or smoking. Vaping or smoking is a great way to enjoy a party because it, again, stimulates your mind, makes you giddy, makes you more receptive to things, again, if you're in a good frame of mind. So give me your thoughts. Tell me how vaping and smoking differ for you with regards to eating an edible. And I'm just curious because, again, there's not a lot of scientific evidence on this because, again, it's very subjective based on the person, the products, the dosing, the frequency, and all that stuff. So, but I'm interested to hear what you say.